My name is Sani Lukoma, and I'm here with Zoya Afreem. She decided to submit her Losses to Lessons story for our literary journal as a class. Zoya, why did you decide to submit this story about breaking your wrist and having it lead you to applying to schools in America?
Decided to do this story because first it depicts the title pretty well, like losses to lesson. So my title was Badminton Fail to American Tale. So I broke my wrist and it was a pretty sad phase in my life. And then I was watching, I was bedridden and I was watching YouTube videos. And then I saw this very cool video. And then that's basically how I got inspired, like to just like apply to universities in America. And then the video was about a day in life at Howard University, and the first impression was quite it. I was like, these can be my people. Like I don't know, like as a brown person, I thought that black culture was more similar to mine. Like so I was like, these can be my people, even if like I'm away from home, and like it's gonna be a new country. It's gonna be so much fun. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I just wanted to tell my story.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm here with Kiera Moore. She wrote a beautiful poem addressing the nostalgia theme. And Kiera, I would like to ask you, what was your biggest challenge in your writing process?
Hi, Vivian. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I would have to say my biggest challenge when writing was the ability to make my audience believe that I was talking about something that I wasn't. That basically concept of the deception that I had in the beginning of the poem, I made it so people would believe that I was talking about a significant other or a loved one, when at the end it was revealed that that really wasn't the case at all.
Thank you for your response. I definitely, when you guys get to actually read Kiera's work, you'll definitely see that sort of bait and switch happen. It's done in a really clever way that makes her poem all that more powerful. So be on the lookout for Kiera Moore's work.
Hey everyone, this is Zoya Afreen. I'm here with Vivian Smith. So she decided to submit her piece, which is called A Letter I Won't Send, about losses to lessons. So, Vivian, my question to you is, did you write this piece more for yourself or for others to read?
Hi, Zoya. Thank you for that question. I definitely wrote the piece just to really see my own feelings on the situation. It's something that had been living in my heart for the better part of a year, and I wanted to see what would come out if I wrote a poem about it, because it was something I hadn't spoken about a lot. It was something I maybe journaled about, but not really, you know, thought deeply enough to write something before. So I was grateful for this opportunity. And then when I saw and thought about like my friends who have also lost friendships and just this season of being a young adult and how that comes with different kinds of heartbreak, I wanted to make something that other people could relate to. So I didn't want to be maybe too specific that it could only relate to me, but I wanted to be vulnerable and genuine in my response and create something that people could really connect with.
I think you did a pretty good job doing that. I liked your piece,
Oh,
Vivian.
thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Today I'm here with Sonia Lukoma, and she wrote her piece, Nails, Criminal Minds, and Silent Love, to introduce the theme of nostalgia. So I just want to ask you, Sonia, what motivated you to create this piece?
This piece was actually something I have written before. I did several of my college essays on this topic about the relationship dynamic with my grandmother, who was in her 90s when she passed, and who lived with me for my entire life up until the age of 15. I found it very interesting that I had spent majority of my life living with a 90-year-old and an 80-year-old, my other grandmother. And those experiences impacted me as a child, especially watching somebody who was constantly grasping at independence, but it was always faster than her because age stops for nobody. And she dealt with that in a lot of ways that taught me about healthy and unhealthy coping mechanisms and about the interpersonal dynamics that you have with both your family and people outside of your family. So I decided to write this piece because I have an experience that not a lot of people have, and I wanted to provide some insight into how that can impact somebody as a person and how it affected me personally.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your answer, Sonia, and thank you for just writing this piece and sharing your story with us.
Thank you for having me on the show.